Hello, Bucs fans. Adam Slivon here. Usually I try to blend the positives and the negatives after every single Bucs game. For the most part, you'll see 5 positive takeaways, 5 negative takeaways. This week, a lot more of the latter. You know why? They lost to the Saints, the 2-10, lowly, most talent deficient team in football, the Saints. Well, one of the most talent deficient teams. That is embarrassing. It's an all-time low for head coach Todd Bowles coaching this team and for the Bucs right now. They have looked like a 500 team for 2 months now. They have not inspired. They have not looked like a team that they reached the playoffs. Anything can happen. Now, this week is journey with me through this week's edition of Top 10 Takeaways, starting with number 1. So, what happened? The Bucs came into this game as a heavy favorite, but as soon as the rain started falling, Tampa Bay fell flat. They lost 24-20 at the hands of the Saints, led by quarterback Tyler Shuck. Who would have thought of that going into this week, really going into the season, that New Orleans would have come out on top? I mean, I get that it's a divisional game. Head coach Todd Bowles said afterwards that anything can happen, but this isn't what anyone foresaw happening on Sunday. Number 2, right from the start, New Orleans drove down the field and got a 7-0 lead. After Tampa Bay matched it, they played a sloppy back and forth game. You look at the Panthers, and you see a team with fight that plays up to their opponent. They've beaten the Packers and the Rams this year. They've been inconsistent, but you look at this team, and they played down to their opponent, and they didn't come out with enough urgency. If it wasn't for some late-game heroics earlier this year, this team would be below 500, and they've played like it for a while. Number 3, in a battle between quarterback Baker Mayfield and quarterback Tyler Shuck, Shuck came out on top and played a better game. Mayfield completed just 6 of 22 passes after completing his first 8, and he was both inefficient and received little help from whom he was throwing the ball to. Wide receiver Emeka Egbuka's drop, his game-tying drop, it was costly, but it could have been a more accurate football. For Egbuka, he's looked like a different player since the Seahawks game. He deservingly had so much praise early on, but he's looked more like a wide receiver 2 than a wide receiver 1. Number 4, speaking of players who looked a little bit different out there, Shuck was by far a better quarterback thanks to head coach Todd Bowles' run defense. Yeah, that's right. He had 2 rushing touchdowns, a 34-yarder and a 13-yarder, and that was a product of poor run defense, and it was simply inexcusable. Number 5, I just don't see any world Bowles' unit contains Falcons running back Bijan Robinson on Thursday Night Football. I don't know about you, but I'm preparing for the worst. After allowing 5 yards per carry to the Cardinals, the Saints had 139 rushing yards, averaging 4.3 yards per carry, led by 6th-round rookie running back Devin Neal and Shuck. Number 6, there is no getting around it at this point. Todd Bowles is in trouble. His seat, it's warm and uncomfortable. I've given him the benefit of the doubt in the past, but that's over and done with. What defensive guru has such an underwhelming group? The same problems occur every single week. There's been regression as the season's progressed. There wasn't any blitzing. A rookie quarterback. The middle of the field was wide open. Whenever Shuck wanted to find Devon Vele or Jawan Johnson, it was an easy 10 to 12 yards. There's not one above average aspect of this defense. Instead of masking deficiencies, they've been amplified. Number 7, even if the Bucs went on a late season run, they won the last 4 games, got to 11-6, would there be any hope this team does something in the playoffs? This is a team that no longer controls its destiny. Tampa Bay has a good team roster-wise, but with a below-average coaching staff, they have not taken the necessary steps to be great. That is on the coaches, the players, and yes, even Jason Licht and the front office. Number 8, that goes to my next point. Coming into this year, I had hope that some of the weaknesses across the roster, they'd be masked, that Todd Bowles would find ways to make up for having a 35-year-old Lavonte David and Saracia Dennis being a starter for the first time, that Hassan Reddick and Yaya Diaby can do enough in the pass rush column. No, both sides of the ball, there needs to be an overhaul. You look at the tight end position, Cade Otton, he's a free agent at the end of this year. Well, just let him walk out the door. At each level of the defense, outside linebacker, inside linebacker, cornerback, those rooms must be upgraded in 2026. Number 9, it's understandable to feel deflated and frustrated with how things have gone. Having lost 4 or 5 games now, the light at the end of the tunnel isn't as bright after all. A short week of preparation means anything can happen against the Dirty Birds, who will have Kirk Cousins under center. Do you remember last year? Everyone within the organization must take a long look in the mirror. And number 10, did I miss anything? Let me know. Some players played well, like the running backs and left tackle Ben Chikwuma. Chooks played great for his first NFL action. I can't get over this game, falling more on Todd Bowles than ever before. Many others feel the same. This shouldn't even have been a contest. But the Bucs did not come out and shut down the Saints. New Orleans hung around just long enough to feel inspired. And then you look at Tampa Bay, nothing has been inspiring as of late, and now they aim to navigate rocky waters the rest of the way. So, that's going to do it for my top 10 takeaways this week, but be sure to check out pewterreport.com as we're going to have more post-game coverage following the loss to the Saints. It's going to be a quick turnaround, though. The Bucs have the Falcons on Thursday Night Football, which means that our coverage is going to be a little bit expedited this week. So to stay tuned for all of the latest, follow us on our social media channels, X, Instagram, and Facebook at Pewter Report to see my 10 takeaways, more of my analysis, and even some interviews that I do with players throughout the week. You can find me on X at Adam Lives On. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as you could have, providing my analysis on the Bucs' Week 14 loss to the Saints. What were your biggest takeaways? Is this really the beginning of the end for Todd Bowles? And what has to happen if it isn't? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments section below, and I'll see you soon for another Top 10 Takeaways.